congratulations, Seldia winners, and thank you again to the Seat Club for helping tonight, helping put this event on. For the hockey fans in the room, I'm going to try to keep this short because the Bruins game is on. Okay, that's for you guys. So Bree Wheeler is from a small Ontario town of 1,157 people called Brussels. Yep, Bree from Brussels. Has a sister, Brooke, from Brussels, a brother, Brent, a mother, Brenda, even a cat, Bronte. Her poor father, Jerry, just doesn't quite flow.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
To give you a little sense of how small this town is, Bree was in our office one day and she was showing us her hometown on Google Maps, and surprisingly in Brussels you can take the little yellow man and drop it in the main street of Brussels. You know that thing that makes it look 3D? So there's Bree. She's giving us a little walking tour of Brussels, pointing out the main street, the highlights, the hardware store, the nail salon, there's one, restaurant, and then she goes, oh my God, there's Bob Hess's truck. Yeah, sure, Bob Hess's truck happens to be outside of JR's restaurant, where her dad owned the restaurant. Bree worked during the summers and used to give coffee to Bob and his boys every morning at 9 a.m. So, yeah, Bree, you're right on that one. Hashtag small town problems. So, how does Bree from Brussels end up at Colby, a 4-year starter and captain for both hockey and softball, become a 2-time All-NESCAC goalie, 4-time Player of the Week, and play 5,508 minutes in net, and co-author a book? We're still trying to figure that out, but we're really glad she left the restaurant business to join us. So to make such a smooth transition every year from an impactful transition from hockey to softball is pretty remarkable. We don't usually associate hockey goalie with third baseman in softball. It's not a normal overlap. But in Bree's Colby softball career, she started at third base in 109 of the 111 games and had 97 career hits. This year she had an outstanding season defensively, fielding 95% of what was hit her way at third base. Pretty impressive. For about 4 days off, I think, post-hockey season. So, for 4 years in hockey, Bree was one of the most feared goalies in our league, often changing the course of a game just by her play in net. She would shut down teams at the right time, regularly made ESPN top 10 worthy saves. Other coaches in the league, to be honest with you, are not hiding how happy they are to see this one graduate. I can see why. She had some games that she saved 50 shots. To give you a little bit of perspective on those accomplishments, this year's Women's Hockey Division III National Player of the Year is also a senior goalie. And that team played 16 more games than we did, and yet the goalie only played in 84 games, which is 11 shy of Bree. Bree played 500 more minutes than that goalie and made 1,126 more saves than she did. Oh.
Yeah, Bree! Way to go, Boo.
You're being polite and clapping because you're still not sure what all of that means. Just know that Bree Wheeler willingly allowed this thing to be fired at her every day, day in and day out. And she stopped it 2,700 times, and that's just in games. We have practiced 4 other days a week. Don't count in that. So beyond Bree's in-net and on-field accomplishments, she's been a steadfast leader. Coach Katori says Bree has an uncanny ability to read the barometer of her team and give constructive and encouraging feedback to her teammates. We have both seen how Bree exudes this passion for her team without it being overbearing, and yet is always fiercely competitive. She's lightened up our locker room, put smiles on faces, and been friends to a lot of people, especially if you're part of the goalie world for life. She's known when to reel it in, when to regain focus, and when to demand more of herself and for those around her. Bree is solid and always patient, even when things appear to be in turmoil. For me, Bree has been an unbiased voice of reason, has always listened to my very long explanations and thoughts, and has allowed herself to process those ramblings sometimes with her own integrity and her natural unselfishness. For that, I'm really grateful. She's been an absolute joy to work with, and while her graduation means she's leaving a hole behind, she knows it's a chance for someone else to leave a mark. Bree truly is leaving Colby hockey better off than when she arrived. It is with great pleasure that we give Bree Wheeler the Millet Award for her contribution to Colby Athletics.